And rolling up and down the fingers. And into the palm. And the pads of the pinky. And thumb. Down to the wrists. Up to the knuckles and across. And we're going to take the ball into one hand and squeeze. And then the other. Back to the first. And then the other. And let's go around the back. Switch. 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 Hinge at the waist. Go through the legs. Switch. 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 And switch. Put the ball on the floor, assess the feet. Step on the ball, press down in the middle of the foot 3 times. Bring the ball up to the knuckles, press down once on each. Roll across. Roll across the top of the heel. Bring the ball to just below the ball of the foot and press down. Press down at the side of the top of the heel and in the middle of the 5th metatarsal. Roll down each of the bones. And scribble. Three, two, one, release, reassess. Repeat on the other foot 3 times in the middle. Knuckles. Roll across. Roll across the top of the heel. Press in the 3 spots. Roll down the bones. And scribble. Three, two, one, release, reassess. Get the ball out of the way. And let's do some good mornings. Hinging at the waist. And then shake the tree. Three, two, one, center, twist at the waist, swing the arms. And center with some ocean wave breathing. Fingers and thumb at the base of the spine. Step to the side, gather starlight. And center. Gather from the other side. And center. Steps forward. And then knee towards the opposite elbow. Flap the opposite heel in the front. And then behind. And then take a cross step with a twist and a punch. And walk. Or march. Or jog. We will do the back push or with or without some sort of weight in your hand, even if it's a bottle or something, or nothing at all is fine. Lots of squats though. So don't do those now. I'm gonna run myself, but you can continue doing what you're doing or do it a little faster. Just be safe. And I'll do some rolling on the ball and the roller after class. So I'm gonna get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. 10, 20, And 30, take 2 breaths. Putting your hands up overhead, interlocked. Come up if you can on your toes. And come back down and bend back if you can. Otherwise, just stretch up. Back to center, bend to one side. Then to the other. And come back to center. Lower your hands, push out at the chest. Come on down, interlace behind the back, raise the hands up and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Go a little higher. And come down and shrug. And then roll your shoulders back. And forward. Extend your arms and rotate. Go the other way. One palm down, one palm up, flip flop. And bring one arm across the body, press in at or above the elbow. And then the other. First arm behind the back, press down and in. And then the other. Form a W, squeeze the shoulder blades together and hold. Release, squeeze. Release and squeeze. Release, grab both elbows, rock side to side. And in, stop and bring the elbows behind the head and move them back and forth. Come on down with the arms, rotate the neck. Go the other way. Nod. Go ear to shoulder. Come back to center. Tuck in the chin. Look one way. Drop the chin to the collarbone. Look up. Back to center, look the other way, still tuck, drop it. And look up. And let's grab a stick. We're gonna put it inside the arch of 1 foot, other foot out to the side, bend that knee, slide down the stick. Go the other way. Come on up. Put the stick out in front. Bring your toes of 1 foot about 6 inches away. Drop the top of the stick to the collarbone. Slide down the stick. Lift the sole of the foot and wiggle. And come on up. Press the sole of the foot against the stick. And repeat both stretches with the other leg. Hamstrings first. And leg half. Come on back to center. We're going to do the booyah stick routine, starting with flip flop. And then some big circles out. Reverse. Do some laterals in one direction. And reverse. Bring the stick behind the back in the crook of the elbows and twist at the waist. If you can, bend back, otherwise keep twisting. And come on up, tuck in the chin and peck like a pigeon. Bring the stick up to the shoulders. Twist the torso, keep the head and hips facing forward. Bring the stick up over the head, down below the waist, back over the head, if you can, behind the back. Stop at the shoulders and push out. And then bring the stick to one side, holding at or near the top, swing behind. There aren't. And then bring the stick to the middle, hold on with two hands, one hand or a finger or two. Come up on your toes and hold for about 20. And come on back on your heels for about 20. And come on back down. We're going to bring the stick to one side, come up on the toes of the other foot. If you can, lift that foot, and if you can, move it. Lift the stick if you can, and move it if you can. Three, two, one. Come down on the other side, lift that toe, or bring that toe to the ground, then lift the foot if you can. Same routine. Only go as far as feels safe for you. Three, two, one. Come on down. Put the stick away. If you're going to have something in your hand for the back bush, or grab it. 4 moves. Squats, raises in the front, around the clock, either outside or through the middle, and presses. We're going to start with squats, but we'll move it around in the sequence. We're going to do 3 rounds, picking up speed each time, 10 reps each time. Ready? Let's start with some squats. And take a breath. Raises. And take a breath. Go around the clock, up or through the middle, either way, whatever works for you. And a breath. Presses. All right, come on down, take a few breaths. In this sequence, we're gonna start with the front raises. We're gonna move squats to number 2. And we're gonna pick up speed. Ready? We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. And take a breath. Squats. Breath. I'm gonna do round the clock through the middle. Breath. We are more than halfway there. And raises. Presses. All right, take a few breaths. One more round to go, faster yet. And the squats are gonna move into number 3. In 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna do 5 and 5 on the around the clock after a breath. Here we go. Breath. Squats. Breath. Last one, presses. And come on down. And put whatever you had in your hands down if you have something. Take a few breaths, recoup. The breath work this week is the old 4-7-8 breath, which is a great way to relax and engage the parasympathetic system. Good way to prepare for sleep. It's 4 in through the nose, hold for 7, exhale for 8, either through the nose or the mouth. I'm going to do 5 rounds. Try to keep the ratio again. If you have to go faster than me, no problem. Just try to keep the ratio. If you want to go slower, that's good too. Just keep the ratio. Here we go. Rub the hands together, cultivate chi. Form that chi ball. Yeah. Center. 2 breaths. Open our heart. Pause on this inhale, exhale to send it out. And center. 2 breaths. Bring down chi from above. And gather it from below. And Namaste.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. Glad you could be here.
Okay,
All right.
I
See you
survived.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, buddy.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Nina, take care.
You too.
All right. Going to do some rolling here. I'm gonna grab a lacrosse ball myself, a tennis ball, racket ball, massage ball, whatever will work. And I roll it. I've got a fairly soft roller here, but whatever. And I'm gonna do the upper region today. We're gonna start with putting the ball on the trapezius, moving it around, looking for a tender spot. Does not seem to be too difficult to find this week, and I'm gonna lean into it. Breathe into it. Three, two, one, and then I'm gonna go to the back of the upper shoulder here. And do the same. Three, two, one, and then go over to the other side. And catch both muscles over there. Ah. Three, two, one. And one more. And we're gonna remove the ball. take the roller, put it in the middle of the ribs. Ask the cat to move aside. And we're gonna roll from the middle of the ribs to the bottom of the ribs, but not below. And back to mid. Rolling back and forth. And then from the middle to just above the shoulders, below the neck. All right. We're gonna bring the roller to the hairline on the skull. And we're gonna move the ears back and forth on the roller, seeing how that feels, noting any restrictions or pain. Noting how far one side goes as opposed to the other. Then stay to the right and do 4 circles with your head in one direction. And then in the other. And then nod. And then go over to the left side and do 4 circles in each direction. Nod. Come to the middle, make sure that roller is still on the hairline, and do 8 figure eights, starting in one direction for 4 and in the other direction for the other 4. Just follow your chin or your nose, drawing that 8 in the air. And then reverse it. And then do some nods. And that'll be it. Hope that worked well for you. And that we'll see you tomorrow.